Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this game's worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is Necromunda Hired Gun, the guys who made Eve Divine Cybermancy, a game only Mandalore and I have played, as well as Space Hulk Deathwing are back with another 40k looty-shooty game. But is it good? Let's find out. Necromunda Hired Gun is a fast-paced, first-person shooter with a dog, or mastiff, set in Warhammer 40k's Forge/gang planet Necromunda. The story itself is fairly basic. You are a bounty hunter and get betrayed on a job, so you decide to ruin every gang and game member who stands in your way to get back at them. I did like the side characters, offered a bit of 40k flavor, but overall the story itself is incidental to the loop. And what a wild loop it is. Necromunda is basically split into two sections, big primary missions and small side ones that reuse the areas from those main missions. These main missions cover a wide area of the Necromunda planet, doing things like hijacking a train, escaping a prison cell, holding a fort against rival gangs, and more. The primary interaction here is moving and killing, and Necromunda goes nuts when it comes to player empowerment. You not only move insanely fast, but can also run on walls, which not only increases your chance to dodge bullets, but also adds auto aim to your gun. You can double jump, which also lets you dodge bullets, as well as grapple hook around to either gain position, yank shields off enemies, and more. This is paired with a mechanic where whenever you take damage, dealing damage back will heal it back, similar to Bloodborne, encouraging extreme aggression. You can hold up to a whopping 6 guns, and they all generally feel extremely punchy, with the heavier ones like the bolters literally pasting enemies should they be unfortunate enough to be in your line of fire. Guns come in various rarity tiers that include their stats, and the multiple components can be augmented to make the guns exactly how you want them. These weapons, as well as the charms you can attach to guns, armor, etc., are all dropped either by enemies or found by chests in the world. You also have a dog called a mastiff you can summon on cooldown. This good boy will both attack enemies as well as give you visibility for all enemies in a zone, allowing for better positioning. All the money you accumulate can be used to upgrade yourself or your dog, as well as unlock a bunch of insane powers such as auto aim, slowing down time, sending a psychic burst, and more. And that is the gist of the game. Necromunda Hired Gun is an FPS with crazy mobility and powers set in the 40k universe and with a ton of jank. And don't you worry, we are getting to that jank. What did I like about Necromunda Hired Gun? Well, as mentioned multiple times, the movement and shooting in this game feel incredible and very empowering. The game just feels really fantastic to play. Additionally, I loved this game's aesthetic. Just completely adore it. I'll admit Necromunda isn't my favorite 40k location, but the game does an incredible job mixing the Forge world with its gang aesthetic and that general 40k over-the-top bombasticness. And lastly, the gun customization is surprisingly fun and engaging, even if the UI around it kind of sucks. There's some really great feeling weapons here, and the breadth of customization lets you really tailor your play to your liking. When it comes to the bad, this game is really janky. From performance to balance, Necromunda never really nails anything down solidly. And let's circle back to that balance thing, because it's just all over the place. Some gun types feel insanely good, others, like shotguns, feel kind of pathetic. The slow time power-up is completely broken good, and the level themselves vary in difficulty seemingly at random. And speaking of missions, the side missions feel like a joke, honestly. Many I could beat in their entirety in under the length of this review video, and they all pull from the same 3 objective types. Their existence is very weird. As you know, I rate games here on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, and don't bother. I think Hired Gun's a bit too janky to give a blanket recommendation, but I do definitely think it's a hidden gem. I personally love this game, like actually love it. Is it janky AF? Yes. Does it have tons of problems from balance to technical? Absolutely. But it all merges into this weird but strangely captivating, super fast-paced shooting experience that I keep coming back to. This is the definition of a diamond in a rough. A game where the jank is endearing, so if you have a high tolerance or even enjoy rickety games and love fast-paced boomer shooters, for sure check out Necromunda Hired Gun when it's on sale. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you played Necromunda Hired Gun, I feel like this game is tailor-made for a certain type of player, and I happen to fit that mold, but I also understand that, like most people, probably don't fit that mold, so I'm curious to know if you played it and what you thought about it, so please leave a comment. Regardless, go out there and maybe give it a look.